Hey guys, it's Marissa, kitchen table stamper. I've got a cute little pocket for you today. Give you a minute to get in here. This is what we're making. I'm gonna go ahead and do a quick little Stampin' cut while you're getting in here. It's kind of tedious to watch me fussy cut, so while you're getting in, I'm just taking a scrap of Mossy Meadow, my holly from Banner Year, and I'm going to stamp them with Mossy Meadow on Mossy Meadow and cut them out. And while you're getting in here, that'll get me working ahead on the tedious bit. Happy Friday, everybody. I see you're starting to show up here. That's great. I thought about doing this ahead of time, but I also wanted you to see we don't have any holly, little tiny holly dies, or the punch has been retired, and they love holly as an accent. So this little Banner Year, I gotta fussy cut it, but I'm enjoying it. It's a good size for an embellishment. So I'm really excited. I had to rearrange it quite a bit to get it to work. I knew what I was going to do. This is the first in my stocking stuffer series. I'm doing stocking stuffers for my kids, and this is the first of the stocking stuffer series. I found the Russell Stover hot chocolate at Dollar Tree. They're $1 a pack. We're going to work with press-on. I really wanted to bring this into not just coffee, not just cold like winter season. I wanted to bring it into Christmas too, because I think it's totally relevant, and it is a chameleon. It'll do what you want it to do, I think. And I'm going to show you real quick what we got going on. Monday starts the press-on Stamp-A-Stack class. So Stamp-A-Stack is 7 cards. The videos will be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and the kits will be available on Monday while supplies last in the Kitchen Table Stamper store. So the Stamp-A-Stack class for press-on, we'll make 3 of these cards. It's a Wonder Recipe number 4 class. It'll make 3 of this card, 2 of this card, 2 of this card, so 7 total cards. That's the press-on, so you can see press-on's definitely a chameleon. It's cold and wintry, and it's gone into Christmas really easy. And then right now we're in registration for the press-on warm and cozy treats class, and that is, here's our donut box. It's 5 treats, our little tea folder. If you want the link to sign up for this class to go, you have to email me, because it includes a half a package of the designer series paper, a full package of the what are these called, epoxies, and a full spool of linen thread. Here's our little notepad. It's $55, and it includes the notepad, the pen, the cocoa, the marshmallow. This is our little cocoa marshmallow door hanger. It includes a tea bag and instant coffee for the coffee and donuts. So if you're interested in any of those press-on things, check that out. And then here's press-on Gone Christmas. All right, so I've only just stamped my little leaves from Banner Year, Mossy Meadow, and cut them out. Slide that to the side. All right, my little Russell Stover Melt Away Santas, the hot chocolate, came from the Dollar Tree. And let's get started with the base of this little pocket. So I've got Pear Pizzazz cardstock here, and this one is I gotta look at my notes. This one is 4 3/4 by 10 1/4. Okay, and let's grab our Simply Scored. We'll get that scored up. I need my paper trimmer and my Simply Scored. Then I have my big die cut machine and my little die cut machine all over here. So it's really crowded in my little video corner right now. Can't wait to get done with this part so I can move Simply Scored out of the way. All right, so I've got it in on the 4 3/4 side, and I'm just gonna score down at 1/2 inch, rotate 1/2 inch, and then we'll put it in on the 10 1/4 inch side and score at 6 1/8, 6 5/8, 7 1/8, And then at 8 3/4, score till you hit that 1/2 inch score line. And then rotate all the way around at 1 1/2 inches, score until you hit that 1/2 inch score line. All right. Haha, you are going under the T-ball. Enough crowding me. All right. Now I'm gonna grab my paper trimmer and paper snips. What I'm gonna do here is before I work any of the score lines, I'm gonna take, see this is the score line, that little one that went to the 1/2 inch. We're gonna bevel it so that that comes off. So we're cutting a little bevel cut, stop at the 1/2 inch line. Same thing on this side. We're gonna go down to that score line, just bevel so that it comes off. Then we're gonna pop this into the paper trimmer, line it up at 1/2 inch, and then we're going to bravely and boldly cut almost to that bevel. Let's see if I cut it off completely. Ooh, that was good. Usually I stop a little short and then finish it with scissors. Same thing on this side. We're going to line it up at 1/2 inch. And then this time we'll start the blade at our little bevel cut. Let's see, can you guys see me starting the blade? So you don't have to start it all the way at the top. You can find that little bevel cut and start there. This one looks like it's gonna need a little snip to get out of there. So there's our treat base. And this can go out of here. Much better. Okay. Let me grab a bone folder and we're gonna work the score lines there. All right, I'm gonna work my little tabs. All right, now at the bottom here, you want to work these scores so that this is the back of your treat. It's this long panel. At the first score, you're going to fold up. At the second score, you're going to fold down. At the third score, you're going to fold up. And then at this point, I like to take my bone folder and just crush that. So you've got a mountain, valley, mountain. All right, designer series paper is next. I love this Warm Hugs, I think it's called, designer series paper. I have to look at the pack and find out for sure. And I've got two pieces. One's a little bit taller, you can see. All right, so this shorter piece is for the outside of the pocket. So set aside the longer one. This is 3.5 by 2 7/8. This one is the same 3.5 wide, but it's 3 1/8. So together it makes 6 inches. Is that for all you numbers people? All right, so 2 7/8 by 3.5. We're gonna glue that one to the front pocket. I've got my Stampin' Seal Plus here. And we'll get that on the front. And the tear and tape, we're gonna do these side tabs. I think this is, I took a picture of this earlier today because you want your tear and tape on the outside, on the designer series paper side. I probably could have just kept using my Stampin' Seal. I think it's strong enough. All right, then we're going to peel the release paper on that. Fold these tabs in and then press down this mountain, valley, mountain. See, I'm holding it from making contact, but I'm holding it in. Then you'll line it up nice and square, smash down that fold, and there's your pocket. Now I found that this kind of a pocket makes it really nice for a little bit more bulky treat because then it expands across the bottom. We did something similar to this in the Wrap It Up for Christmas class. All right, let's decorate a little bit. Got the Mossy Meadow diagonal stripe ribbon. This is from that same Heartwarming Hugs suite. We're gonna wrap and tie. We're gonna tie all the way off the side because we're using some wide labels here. I found a new layering combination that I love. I'll show you in just a minute where they come from. I love when the different die sets I have can be combined and mixed and matched for new combinations. All right, let's cut this away from the spool and cut off the ends here. Oh, look at how much I wasted. I don't do that. Can you believe it? All right, never mind. Now I've got my inside designer series paper here. I wait till after to put in the inside designer series paper because you're gonna pop it right in there and make it equal right, left, and top border. But when you pop this in here, it's gonna cover that edge with the tab. Do you see how it covers it? Nice and smooth. Things will slide smoothly. It looks finished when you look down in there. So let's get that one inside the pocket. That's why it's got to be a little bit longer than the outside one too, because it'll finish that up real nicely. All right, so just pop that, slide in and cover those tabs on the inside, and then square up on the outside. Looking pretty good. We can pop our treat in there now. Again, with this little pocket, you want to kind of pop. I took the bottom and rolled it up a little bit because there's a lot of loose space there. Pop, slide. Oh my goodness, they're so cute. Who knew? Who knew you could drink chocolate too? I like the accordion idea for this package. Great idea. I was struggling with a candy cane for the Wrap It Up for Christmas class. And everything I did, I wanted a pocket. I wanted something, a tag or something. Everything I did was really bulgy when I put the candy cane in. That's what, you know, the mother of invention. Necessity is the mother of invention. All right, I've got my press-on coffee cup. You'll notice that there is only one coffee mug. And I bet you're wondering where I got to and why I'm so special. You ready? I'm going to stamp 2. I've already done 1 and colored it because watching me color in a real red mug is like watching paint dry. So we're going to do 2, and we're coloring it with dark real red Stampin' Blends. There's a little bit of equipment required for this one between the trimmer and the scoreboard, and then I wrote out my measurements on grid paper, you know, the mat, the grid paper mats, and so I had a stack with that with the measurements so I wouldn't forget the measurements. Now we're gonna cut them out. We're gonna fussy cut them. I got my paper snips and I'm gonna cut real close right across the top, tiny little white border, real close down the side, tiny little white border, bottom. They fussy cut really easy. These days we're so spoiled with dies. I wish there was dies, but if you're gonna fussy cut, this is an easy one. Handle's the hardest part, but if you just cut off the excess so that there's no bulk and turn the handle while you close the scissors, it's pretty easy to do. Don't try to hack around the handle with the scissors. And there's one. Handle right where it's supposed to be. Now on this side we're going to cut real close. We're going to cut real close across the top. We're going to cut real close along the bottom. See, easy fussy cut. We're going to cut on the line. Uh-oh. Oh no, what are we going to do? I know what we're going to do. Rotate the handle right into the scissor. Little white border. Did you know that when you do that little white border, it doesn't matter if you cut perfectly smooth or perfectly straight, because the eye won't be drawn to the cut edge, the eye will be drawn to the stamped line. All right. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Half, full dimensional, half on, half off. Just slide that right up there. And now we've got handles going both ways. I bet you can't even tell. Now, to even hide the seam even more, what I'll do is take my scrap paper. This is another scrap, a pattern from the Heartwarming Hugs Designer Series paper. I got some extra just in case that's not enough. We need our mug again and Memento Tuxedo Black. I need a scrap paper. Where is that? Here we go. This is about to come in really handy. Here's the grid paper I've been juggling. All right, we're gonna ink. We're only concerned about the little band in the center. Let's see if I was too close to the corner. Trying to get 2 on 1, and I think I just wasted my chance at it. All right, there's our little coffee cozy. Good thing I brought it back up. I thought I might need one. And there's our second one. Slide that. Another bit of fussy cutting. It's easy stuff. You're gonna cut right on the line for this. You don't want a green border to extend past and cover your real red coffee mug. So right on the line. There's one. That guy's spoiled. And then 2. You guys think you're gonna make some of these? Open ink pads are not my friend. Let me get that guy out of there. Let me add a little multi-purpose liquid glue on the back of these guys. Oh, that'd be a cute little red with red and white stripes for Valentine's. This can totally go into Valentine's. Not with melt away Santas though. Have to find something else. All right, so then this guy is our little Franken mug. And so with the Franken mug, we're gonna take that black line and we're gonna budge it right up against the handle because it's gonna fit inside. But that little cutting right on the line allows us to hide that seam even more. And then this guy on our not so Franken mug, he gets the same thing. Same treatment. Aren't they cute? Oh my gosh, I love press on with Christmas paper. I love stamping. All right, we need to flip these guys over. Now, I took my Stampin' Dimensionals and cut them in half. And then at the top edge of the mug here, because it's gonna span over 2 layers of dimensionals, we're gonna take that half and double it. Then same thing over here. That's double. So we're gonna go double high at the top of the mug, and then we can go single high at the bottom. All right. We're gonna do a little single high down there, but we need double high up here. I love treats because you can do double high and you can stack things up. For cards, not so much, unless you want the machines to eat your cards. All right, I think some of these are sticky. Let me put them aside for a minute. Hold on, we'll come back to the mugs in just a minute. Next up, I want to show you my sentiment is, I thought North Pole delivery with melt away Santas was just too cute to resist. Got my Stampin' Pierce matte and real red ink. The perfect sentiment for melt away Santas came from Perfectly Plaid. Here's that North Pole delivery. And we're gonna ink that up. Real red on Whisper White, and then give it a second to dry before we die cut it. That's that. Let's do a quick little punching and embossing. Got my Scrap Up Hair Pizzazz and my Pine Tree Punch that goes with the Perfectly Plaid. I'm punching a couple of trees because I'm going to make, this is a stocking stuffer series. It's video number 1 in my stocking stuffer series. And I thought these would be good for like my UPS guy who brings me all my fantastic Stampin' Up stuff and my mailman. So I'm going to make a few. So I might as well cut a couple of trees. I'm going to pop them into the Wrapped in Texture embossing folder. So you can do a bunch at once. So if you're making these in bulk like I am. And that's gonna be awesome for that. And then look at this. Oh, look at this. Do you see? I did a haul video last night and completely forgot to show you. This is my Meet My Stampin' Cut and Emboss mini. Isn't it just the cutest thing you've ever seen? All right, so I'm gonna start with number 1 for my embossing. Got my little wrapped in texture embossing folder. I almost lost a tree. Get back in there. I'll have none of that. I will have none of this behavior. These trees have lost their mind. Don't they know? Okay. There we go. I swear you can do more than one of these at a time. And it shouldn't be so hard. Number 1, then the folder, then number 3. And give it a crank. Okay. Look at that. 3 trees all at once in my new mini. Isn't that so much fun? All right, let's keep the mini here for a minute. We're gonna have 1. And then I love this mini for videos. It fits so much nicer in the screen. Me and this mini are gonna be inseparable. All right, back to what I was doing. Number 1. Number 2, our paper. We got North Pole delivery here. And we're gonna cut that out with this oval rectangle. This is from Hippo and Friends. I'm gonna show you the die charts in just a minute. I think it's the smallest one. That's why I have the die charts, because I have no memory. I think it's the smallest one. And it pairs up perfect with the layered, with the other one, whatever it's called. Oh my gosh, my memory. Okay, so I just crank that out. I love this little guy so much. I want to take him with me everywhere. All right, North Pole delivery. Get this guy out of here. Let me show you my combination. I do have one more bit of die cutting to do, but that's okay. I'll have to bring my little mini back into the picture. All right, the Hippo and Friends that I just used is, yes, the smallest label, 3 1/8 by about 1 9/16. I love it layered up with this longest one from Tasteful Labels. Do you see that? So I cut the longest label from Tasteful Labels. Look at the perfect layers that makes. Don't you love when you discover a brand new perfect layers? Okay, slide those to the side. Get this guy back in here. Gotta slide my ribbon down a wee bit, make it even. It's a little bit lower than center, which works out because we're a little top heavy in our design. Oh, wait a second. Everybody slide to the side again. Did you guys see what I got? Look at this. It's not the cutest thing you've ever seen. Here's a multi-purpose liquid glue. That'll give you an idea. Here's a Stampin' Seal Plus. Give you an idea of how little it is. It's so cute. All right, and it's been totally useful. Here is my gold foil. 1, 2. I need number 2. Let me find my star die. I've got my stitched stars dies. We're going to use the second smallest. It looks pretty big, doesn't it? Because it stitches the inside and out. But it's not quite as big as it looks. We're going to pop that on there. Cut one of those out. My daughter told me when I was putting it together, she goes, "Mom, that star is way too big for that tree." I said, it's exaggerated a little, but I kind of like it. All right, so this is that second from the smallest star, and then the pine tree punch. It's a little big. It's a little top heavy, but I like it. We're going with it. If you have the Twinkle Builder punch, you might be able to find something that's a little bit smaller, but it wouldn't have the stitches, so I liked it. What do you guys think? Is the star too big for the tree? Might look a little bit like it's gonna tip over, but I like it. All right, this guy goes flat, so we'll just put these together. Is that not the perfect layering combo right there? I love that it's stitched and not stitched. I don't often like to do too much where you're layering stitching on top of stitching. I need some Stampin' Dimensionals. Now, because this does curve away, what I did was put dimensionals on the end, on the right side, and not quite as close to the end on the left side, because that's going to budge up under the bow, and the bow will hold it up, but nothing in the center. Let it lay flat. Let's see what you guys are saying about my star. Just whimsically perfect, and Teresa loves it. Thank you. That's what I thought. I knew it was it's a little top heavy. Kind of has a Whoville kind of, you know, that whimsy. I liked it though, and it's up over the wrapper. The wrapper has lots of gold in it. The decision's already made. Now, our tree. I'm gonna get some more of these. Nope, there's no more in half. We went half dimensionals again because we want to double up on the tree. We don't want to go too far to the top because it's gonna hang over the pocket. So kind of medium top there and double up. And then down at the bottom on the trunk, we'll do a little bit of multi-purpose liquid glue. Got a couple of multi-purpose liquid glues that are on their last leg. All right. Don't cover your greeting. There's your trees. Let's get those cups. We've got a little Franken mug here. And that one's gonna go over our tree. Don't cover your greeting. And then this guy. Love. Remember that holly we started at the very beginning? Let me get that from Banner Year. And we're going to do the tiniest little snip of dimensional on one of the leaves. The other one is going to sit on the mug handle, so it doesn't need dimensional. It'll need multi-purpose liquid glue because the mug is already bumped. So we're going to take one little snip. Add that down here. This guy needs a little dab of multi-purpose liquid glue. Total control with a glue dot. Not total control with a multi-purpose liquid glue that's almost out. Can you believe we're almost done? So cute. For all the equipment I had stacked up in my video corner. We sure are finishing quick. And then real red rhinestones for holly berries. No Christmas project is complete without real red rhinestones for holly berries. And I need a take your pick tool. I'm not gonna fuss with this. All right, a little putty end of the take your pick tool and pop 3 right up in there. And there they are. Aren't they cute? All right, that's our project. What do you guys think? I hope that you guys like it. This is the first in a Christmas stocking stuffer series that I'm gonna do. So over the next several days between live and on the blog, there'll be some really cute little treat handout stocking stuffers that you can do. I'm doing them for my kids, so tune in. All right, so if you guys want to pick up the press-on stamp set, you can buzz over to Marisa Alvarez at stampinup.net. That's where you can shop Stampin' Up 24/7. If you want to get the press-on Stamp-A-Stack class, look out for that at kitchentablestamper.com/shop starting on Monday. 7-card class. The class will be free on the blog. And the packet is $29.95, including first class shipping to you. And that'll be available in the store on Monday. And if you like the press-on treats class, email me, Marisa at kitchentablestamper.com to get the link for that. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging with me. Have a good one. Bye, guys.